So what we completed in last class? Did you watch variables videos all? Oh, I said no, don't want, na? Okay. So don't watch, I told, right? No problem. So can I expect all you people completed revision? Yes. All you are now confident? Yes. Anytime I ask question, you will say yes. Okay. Okay. Last class we have completed variable operations terminology. How many operations we can do on a variable? 5. Variable declaration, definition, initialization, assignment, and read. Okay. What is the meaning of declaration? New variable creation. Definition is also new variable. Initialization, assignment, also accessing. Reading, also accessing. Now, I want you identify a small program I want to give. I want you identify in that particular line, did I declare or define or accessing for initialization, accessing for modifying or accessing for reading? I want you identify, and also I want you draw memory. Ready? Look at this statement. Tell me what I did in first statement. Int x equal to 10. What I did? Declaration or definition? Definition. X equal to 20. X equal to 20 declaration. Declaration and what? Creating new memory. Where is new memory? If you want to create new memory, there should be data type. Where is the data type? So what is this? I told you last class, by seeing assignment, don't come to a conclusion of declaration. Assignment is not declaration. Assignment means what? Initialization or assignment. Tell me. So here, are you storing 20 in X variable first time or second time? First time. Already value stored, na? X equal to 10 is first time. So this is initialization. Okay. X equal to 20. This is what? Modification. This is what? Assignment. Next. X equal to X plus 30. What are you doing here? Tell me. Reading X value for performing validation or calculation or printing. We will read variable value for 3 operations, either for doing validation or for doing calculation or for printing. So what are you doing now here? Calculation. Then after calculation result generated, you are storing that result in the same variable. That means here you have done X variable for 2 operations. I mean, you access X variable for 2 operations, for reading and also for what? Assignment, modification. Okay. The existing value 20 replaced with 50. Samajh mein aaya? Right. What are you doing here? This is declaration. That means new memory created with value, without value. Okay. X equal to Y equal to X. What are you doing? Whom you are assigning? Y. Then what about X? What about X? What are you doing with respect to X? Reading. Accessing X for reading value. Accessing Y for modifying, initializing it. So we are initializing Y variable with which value? X value. This line is also called as what? Variable copy. Copying value from one variable to another variable. The next, int z equal to X plus 5. What the meaning of it? First you tell me with respect to z what you did. Variable definition, right? X plus Y. X variable, Y variable you are reading for using in a calculation. Generate the result. The result you are storing in Z. So Z variable is declared and initialized. What about last line? Correct. Come on. We'll get compiled error. Variable P might not have been initialized or not declared. Not declared. Cannot find symbol variable P because P variable you have not declared in the previous line. So this is not creation. This is what? Assignment. Can I hope all you understand? Yes. Last class have you written these points? 3. These theory points written last class? Okay, right on. Below program shows all above 5 points. Below program shows all above 5 points. Below program shows all above 5 points. Right in class, test 02. Main method. Write down all these 7 lines one after one. Inside main method, write all these 7 lines one after one. Completed? Tell me now, what are you doing here? Int x equal to 10. Write down variable definition. Write shortcut VD. VDEF. Variable definition. What happened at that line number? Tell me. Memory wise. Memory wise, what happened there? Memory wise, what happened there? X variable memory created with value. Write down. Draw memory. Next, x equal to 20. What happened? Write down. VA. VA means variable assignment. And now here another X memory created. No, 20 stored in existing variable X. 10 replace with 20. Write down as it is. Next, X equal to X plus 30. Here what are you doing? Reading. Take the arrow line like this down. 20. 20 plus 30. Result stored in X. 50 stored in here. Next, into y. What happened? Y variable memory created with value or without value? This is variable declaration, VDEC. Variable declaration, VDEC. Next, y equal to x. What happened here? X value reading from the existing memory. Substitute what value? 50 and copy into which variable? Y. 50. This is what variable? Reading and initialization. Reading for whom? X. Initializing to Y. Write down. This V, I, and this is V, R. This is reading. This is initializing. And now here, integer, variable, declaration or definition? Definition. Now what happened? Z variable memory created. Why it is variable definition? Because declare and initialize. What happened to X variable here? Reading. It will go and collect the value 50 and reading the Y value 50. And then what operation perform here? VR. Variable reading for displaying a calculation. Then now here 50 is stored in Z variable. What happened? Total result 100. So all people are connecting the pointer. Now I'll write one more program expecting you correctly answer. Then finally X plus Y plus Z. Reading. Tell me, are three variables are available? Yes. Any problem here? No. What are you doing for P variable? Variable assignment. If you want to assign the variable, first of all, that variable must be available. It's not available. So throw in error. Compile time error to P variable. What error? Variable P cannot find symbol variable. CFS. So every day you are working with variables. Every day you are going to see either definition or a declaration or initial modification or initialization or reading every day. Then you should be able to visualize the meaning of that line. You must be able to visualize meaning of that line. Otherwise you will commit mistakes in the exam. Can I hope all the people understood? Still any confusions? All the people tell me what is the meaning of variable declaration if I say? Variable declaration. What is the meaning of it? Creating new variable with a value. What line you will see as a variable declaration? Int x semicolon. What is the meaning of variable definition? With value or without value? What line you will see? Int x equal to 50 or something. What is the meaning of variable initialization? You have to look at two lines. You have to see two lines. First line only declaration. Second line storing value. So that is called variable initialize. With a data type or without data type? Declaration with a data type. Initialization? Then assignment. When I say assignment, you have to see how many lines? 3 lines. What are the 3 lines? First line declaration. Second initialization. Third modification. That means totally 3 lines. When you assign values second time, then that is called what? Assignment. What the meaning of reading? Reading means you have to see at 3 places. Number 1, in if condition variable name. in a expression calculation variable name and SOPLN variable name. So taking the value from the variable to do either validation or calculation or printing. So this thought process is very important. Now the question I'm asking, is it possible to access a variable without declaring? No. Is it possible to read variable value without initialization? No. If you try to do that, compiler will throw error. Write down. So Sunil, you are here only to see the screen, not here, not for using your brain. Sunil, thoda brain use karo brother. Just now join class. What is the screen you are seeing? Black screen or desktop? Desktop. That means is it not my screen? Bolo. You want reply or you want me to remove from class? When are you replying? After 1 hour? Tell me, is the desktop is not my screen? Then why you are saying screen is not visible? What topics we discuss now? Unmute.
Yes. Hello. 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 Variable.
Ani?
Yes. Variable declaration and initialization and storing the variable.
Can you speak?
Yes. Variable
Speak
initialization. Variable initialization and declaration and storing the variable.
Rajan Raman, check చేసుకోండి.
Variable in declaration and variable initialization and
answer to the questions when I'm asking. Okay, don't sit silently, don't look at only screen. Next time if you don't use your brain, put the questions unnecessary, you'll be removed. Guys, now I'll give one more slide expecting all the people answer. Ready? Look at this. Which line is correct? Which line is wrong? Assume I have written the statement in where? Main method. All the statements are available in main method. Come on, try. SOPLN A. Sorry? Why? What I am doing here? Reading variable. To read variable, first of all, that variable must be declared, na? Okay, next. Yeah, int a equal to 10. What am I doing? Variable definition. Variable definition. So variable has value. First name. Sunil, unmute. Speak. Sunil Prajapati.
Yes. So here we create the variable b and
నాది కదా ఇందు సంబంధం కాదు ఇప్పుడు వీటి ఏది ఇది అదే కదా అంతే కదా ఇవి వదిలేసి ఏది పెట్టాలి ఇది ఇదేంది రెండు దాన్ని రెండు ఎందుకు ఉన్నాయి? Sunil, speak.
Hello. Hello.
సార్ రాజుని రమ్మని చెప్పి చెక్ చేసుకో ఒకసారి. ఇప్పుడు కాదు 11కి రమ్మని చెప్పి. ఇప్పుడు ఉంటే ఇప్పుడు రమ్మను. ఓకే. Yeah, there is no problem your side, my side only problem there. And tell me, SOPLN A, is it right? No. SOPLN A? Yes. Okay, why it is correct? Because declaration is there, value is also there. Then int B. Allowed? Int B, this one. This one right or wrong? Right. Why? You declared. New memory created with value, without value. Any error? No. SOPLN B? Error. Why? You cannot read value without value. You cannot read variable without value. B equal to 20. B equal to 20, error? No. Storing 20 in B. B variable must be available. Available, na? No problem. Then SOPLN B? Allowed. Now B variable has a value. C equal to 30? No error. 30 stored in C. Error. Why? Declaration, C variable declaration not available in the same line or in the previous line. SOPLN C allowed. Because C equal to 30. We have a bad learning process in our academics. What? When you access variable, look above line. If above line has value, read that value. Don't read value from above lines. Read values from variable memory. C memory not there. You cannot read. Then A equal to C? Error. SOPLN A? SOPLN A? No error. A value reading from here. What the value? 10. Write down. Rules. Rule in accessing a variable. Rule in accessing a variable. What the rule? Rule in accessing a variable. To access a variable, for assignment, that variable must be declared either in same line or in previous lines. Else we will get compile time error, cannot find symbol. A equal to 10. For example, A equal to 10. Compile time error. Int A equal to 10. No error. What the compile time error? Cannot find symbol. This is allowed. And it is also allowed. Int B equal to 20. This is also allowed. Why? You declared variable in the same line. Rule number 8. For reading value from a variable, it must have it must be declared and must be initialized in previous lines. For example, okay, else we will get compile time error, cannot find a symbol, or we'll get compile time error, variable might not have been initialized. The variable might not have been initialized. For example, system.out.println a compile time error, cannot find symbol. Int a semicolon, system.out.println a compile time error, variable might not have been initialized. A equal to 10. A value 10. Understand the shortcut? Variable a might not have been initialized. Okay, completed? This point is very important for interview point of view. Written test exam compulsory asking question it is. Write down class test. Identify errors in the below program. Identify errors in the below program. Write down class test main method. Class state main method. In the main method, write down these all lines. Write down all these lines and you yourself mark where is error, where is no error. Completed? Only writing and sitting silently. Have you marked? SO billion A is what? Error. Int A equal to 10? No error. Have you written memory diagram? A memory with value 10. So you have to work like JVM. Just write program and finding errors is not sufficient. So that practice is very important. Drawing memory diagram is very important. Then next, int B variable memory created with no value. B memory, tick mark, B memory, no value. SOP and B, error. What that write down? Variable might not have been initialized. Next, B equal to 20. Another memory created? No, in the existing memory, 20 is stored. SOP and B, no error. C equal to 30, everything is error. This is a memory diagram I'm expecting you to write. Here B variable reading error. What is the error? Variable B might not have been initialized. So already confident on variables now? Everyone completed? Again, I'm reminding you, practice with memory. When you see data type variable name, immediately you have to draw memory. When you see only variable name equal to value, don't draw memory, store value inside that variable. Okay. Now, these are all the points you have to learn. First point is what? Need of this chapter. Already comfortable? Next. What is a variable and why? Variable. Syntax to create a variable. Sample program to show variables creation, both a primitive variable and reference variable. Then variable creation terminology. I think we have already learned primitive data type and reference variable data type difference. 4 differences are there. I told 4 differences in data types. Did I recollect? We cannot use primitive variable in expression. We can use primitive variable expression. We cannot use reference variable in expression. Did I explain? No? Okay. Now let's complete this topic and we'll go for next point. Right on next. Difference between primitive variable and referenced variable. Let me explain with the program, then you can copy. Now tell me. Int I1 equal to 10. What is this variable? Why? Because it is created by using primitive data type. Okay. Example E1 equal to new example. What is this? Why? Because it is created by using reference variable. Okay. Reference data type. Don't say class. It can be an array or it can be an array, whatever. It can be array or class name. So primitive variable and referenced variable. Below. What the difference between these two? First one, a variable that is created by using primitive data type is called primitive variable. This is the first point. What is a reference variable? A variable that is created by using referenced data type is called referenced variable. Okay, nice. Second point. Tell me, what primitive variable meant for store? What primitive variable store? 10. Primitive variable store what value? 10. What reference variable is store? Object reference. Means it store mathematical value? No. What it will store? Object reference. Tell me, what is the second point? A primitive variable meant for storing what? One mathematical value. Here a reference variable is meant for storing what? Object reference. Okay, third point. Next point, very important. Tell me, if I display primitive variable I1, what will be displayed? What is displayed? What is the meaning of 10? The value. They display the value directly. Okay, now? Next. If I display reference variable E1, what will be displayed? Tell me, what is displayed? Reference is displayed. Hash code displayed. So half of you remember. Okay. So if you display, what is displayed? 10. If you display, let me take in place. Okay, let it be. If you display E1, what is displayed? It's reference 1010 displayed? No. What is displayed? Class name. Example at the rate. This reference is displayed in hexadecimal number 1, 2. Okay, something called B. What do you call 3, 4, 5? Something is stored. Okay, na? Right? So example at the rate. This will be displayed. So this is called word class name. At the rate where this class object, example class object created in this hash code. Hash code is nothing but reference. Okay, na? Right. Let me display. What is displayed? Like some number is coming. This is not coming. So tell me, when you display object, what will be displayed? I mean, when you display primitive value, what will be displayed? Directly value. When we print primitive variable, its value is displayed directly. Next, here, when we print reference variable, tell me, its value means what? Object reference is not displayed directly. is not displayed directly. What will be displayed? Rather, this object information, that is its class name at the rate hash code is displayed. Okay, na? Class name at the rate hash code is displayed. Okay, next one. I'm writing something like this. Let me take it as I. Let me take it as E. This is I. This is E. Now, next I'm writing int I1 equal to 10. Int I2 equal to 20. Int I3 equal to I1 plus I2. Tell me, when I write I1 plus I2, I1 value is what? 10. I2 value 20. Result is the 30 is a meaningful value? Is a meaningful mathematical value? Yes. That can be stored in I3. That means, can I use primitive variables in the calculations? Yes. Next. Now I'm writing example E1 equal to new example. Next. Example E2 equal to new example. Then I'm writing example E3 equal to below. What is this E1 value? Mathematical value, object reference. Assume 10. Object reference 10. E2 variable value, object reference 2020. Now E1 plus E2 I have written. What is the E1 value? 10. What is E2 value? Total result is what? 30 stored in E3. Is that 30 a mathematical value? No. What is this? Object reference. Tell me, if once the 30 stored inside E3, now this E3 variable must pointing to that 30 object, na? Is a 30 object created background? Then without creating object, if you store 30, to whom it should point? Is my point understand or not? So what is the important point? Can I use referenced variables in the calculations? No. If you try to use a compiler, will throw error, because the new reference generated from this expression doesn't pointing to any object. So the reference variable cannot pointing to any object. Hence compiler throw error. Let me show you the error. Bad operand types for the binary operator plus. So what the fourth important difference between the primitive variable reference variable? We can use primitive variables in calculations. Can I use reference variables in calculation? Why you can use here? Because the result generated from this expression is a meaningful mathematical value. Next time here, fourth difference. We cannot use what? Referenced variables in calculations. Why? Because the result generated from this expression is a meaningful mathematical or not meaningful? From this expression is not meaningful, is a new reference, with which no object is present. Are you catching my point? With which no object is present. Okay, na? If we use referenced variable in calculations, we will get compile time error. For the compile time error, bad operand types. We will get compile time error, bad operands. Okay, for the binary operator. So can I expect all people got clarity? Okay, right on. Hmm. Completed? Huh? Completed? Hello? So do you understand all 4 points or only writing out? Okay. Below program explains all above 4 points. Below program explains all above 4 points. Write down this. Can you please draw memory diagram here? Int I, what happened? So this is point number 1. A variable that is created by using primitive data type is called primitive variable. A variable that is created by using reference data type is called what? Reference variable. And this is point number 2. For the point number 2, it is used for storing mathematical value. It is used for storing object reference. And draw memory side, I variable memory created with value 10. E variable memory created with value object reference is 10. X variable, Y variable. Can you take this reference as 1, 1, 1? X variable, Y variable. Okay, 0, 0. Replace with 10, 20. Where this example class, already in the last class you have created in your notes, right? Previous pages. Then now E variable contains 1, 1, 1 point. Yeah, today onwards, I am not going to run behind any student, not asking you learn. I will teach whatever I want. If you are interested to learn, if not interested, just sit silently. And other students, in every batch, there are some lazy students are there. They always try to influence you. Whenever I ask, write down this program, they don't like to write. They will give a sound, okay? And then if you are sit next to them, then you have to slap them. Fat. 4 fingers should come on their cheek. If you are a best friend, take your pen and murder him. No problem. Okay? So that's a problem number 1. Problem number 2, still variable chapter, how many days he will teach? This is a second influence, negative statement. And third, when batch completed. Okay? So these 3 words will keep on rolling until batch completed. So whenever your friends are giving this negative statement, ask them, okay, batch completed. Next, what will you do? I'll search for a job. No, search for a job. No. What happened? And a batch not completed. A batch completed, how will you get job? And a batch completed, if you see, then only will get job. Knowledge, if you have, will you get job? That's what we are doing. We are gaining knowledge. Complete the batch, job will not come. Knowledge, if you have, job will get. So only focus on getting knowledge. And if you are in a hurry for the job, parallel to the course, you attend the job. Search for the job. Pakka, you will get the job, no doubt. Okay. So any of you have negative friends, please try to stay away from them. Most danger. Today onwards, I am not going to run behind any student. Okay, na? Right. Then tell me, this is the third point. Reading, I value. What is reading and displaying? 10, 10. Reading E variable value. What is reading and displaying? Reference of the object in what format? Class name @ hash code. This is a class name and @ hash code. And next, all faculties will upload whatever the notes they are writing, program they are writing to the YouTube, or they upload to what? Google Classroom, or upload to what? Some Facebook. Okay. So that is their habit. This is my habit. Okay. I don't want to complete the course. I want make sure you should learn the content. Next class you should come for with previous knowledge. So the basics which are very important for you to understand Java, I will force you to write notes. Then some chapters are there, I don't ask you to write notes. Yeah, I'll ask you to follow material. So language fundamentals we are. So these topics, if you write, then only it will remember, it will stored in your mind. That's why I'm forcing you to write. If you are not interested, don't write, sit silently, let other people to write. And this is 4th point. Can you draw memory? I1 variable with value 10. I2 variable with value 20. And maximum I will not look at you also. If I see at you, if you are not listening, I'll get angry. Unnecessary, I will scold you, you will hurt it. And then later I will get health issues. That's why maximum I will not look at you faces also. It generates what value? 30. 30 is a meaningful mathematical value that will store inside here. I will look at only the people who are replying in the class. Boys side 1 or 2 people, girls side 1 or 2 people. Or whenever I want to look at all the people, I look at the walls. Okay, I look at the walls and then look at the screen. Then I'll be happy. You will be happy. Correct? Good decision, no? The number 1 decision. Completed? So the 30 is a meaningful value. It can be stored in the variable. Now, next line, can you work out? Up to now completed, shall I clean? Remove it. Hope you are working along with me. Now, here I want you work. This is very important. E1 variable memory created equal to new example object with reference what? 10, 10. X variable, Y variable. 10, 20. 10, 10 stored in E1 pointing to 10, 10 with the reference 10, 10. There is an object, so it can point. And next E2 variable equal to example object reference is what? 20, 20. X variable, Y variable. Hey. 0, 0. Replace with value what? Sorry. Here first what values are there? Now you must ask me a question. Sir, you said there is no default values in the variables. Default values are not there for local variables, but default values are there for class level variables. X and Y variables are defined inside class now. Now 2020. Now 2020 can be stored in E2 variable and it can be point. Now 10, 10. Now E3 variable is created. Actually, this is error, no? This is compile time error. You comment right, compile time error. Why compile time error coming? We are analyzing. 10 E1 place, what will be placed? E2 place plus result generating. And now this 30, 30 stored in. Now it should pointing to whom? That's why compiler throwing error. With the reference 30, 30, there is no variable. That's why compiler throwing error. Any questions? Any confusions? Is it clear? So you have to by heart these notes and also programs. These are very important coming future. If you are good at ABCD, then good at words, then good at statements, then good at what? Grammar. Shall I close this? Okay. Now next point, very important. Can I create variable just for fun? You are going on the road. You found, one bag. Will you buy that bag and take with you? No. Unnecessary, will you buy bags? No. Unnecessary, will you create variables? No. If I create variable unnecessarily, is it a memory? It's take memory and it will take time or not? Tell me. Here, I am displaying value 10. Okay, na? Control 1. Let me take 0. Just apply common sense. You will get answer. Now, I want to display 10. Just I want to display 10. What I did, SOPLN 10 I have written. Tell me the 10 value displayed. Control 1, control. The value 10 is displayed. Now tell me, I am writing here. First I am creating variable int I1 equal to 10. Then I am writing what? I1 here. Hello? Tell me now. Which line will execute first? First line or second line? First line. Why? It's a direct value displaying. Here in the second line, what happened? I1 variable memory created. Some time it is taking. Then value 10 stored in variable. Some time it is taking. And then I variable you are accessing. It has to go to I1 memory. From the memory reading value, substitute here. Taking some more time. Tell me. Here taking more time. Here taking what? Less time. When you want to use a value directly, don't create, you want to use a value only one time in the program. Then don't create variable. Don't store value in the variable. Directly read and execute. No, sir, I want variable for more clarity, sir. If I write 10, I'm not understanding what is this 10. If I write here, store in variable, it has a meaning. It has a name. In that case, if you want to use this value only one time in the program, you don't want to further modify. Only reading operations I want to do. Further, I don't want to modify. Then declare that variable as what? Final. Declare that variable as final. If you declare variable as a final, then what happen? No, when you write I2 variable here, compiler will not leave I2 as I2. What it will do? It replace I2 with what? 20. Are you following my point? Compilation time, this line is removed. Compilation time, this line is removed, and here directly what will be placed? 20 will be placed. Okay, so that tell me this line, okay, these two lines are SOPLN 20 is same or not? Right. So repeating once again, if you want to use a value directly in the program, then don't create variable. If you create variable, then unnecessary memory creation, reading value, modifying value, taking what? Reading value, substituting value, taking what? Lot of time. So if you wanted to provide a name to that value, and then you wanted to use that value by using that name, then what to do? Declare variable as final. If you declare variable as a final, you cannot modify this value. This value is a fixed or not. When you make this value as a fixed, wherever you go, write I2. Everywhere I2 value will be what? 21. To increase the performance of the application at runtime, at a compilation time, compiler remove this line and directly substitute what value? I2. 20 directly substituted. Understand that? Right. Same point applicable for objects also. Observe now here. I'm writing example E1 equal to new example. Then what happened here? Example class object is created. The reference is stored in E2. Then, E1. Then I'm writing system.out.println of. I'm writing E1.x. Then tell me x value coming from which object? This object only, na? Right. What is the value displayed? 10 is displayed. Now my question is, I don't want to use this object and x value down anywhere else. Only one time I want to use this new example object and its x value. Only one time I want to use. Further, I don't want to use. Then tell me, is it a performance issue or not? Why? Unnecessary this variable you created, and unnecessary you store the reference here, and further you are approaching to that E1 variable. From E1 variable you are going into the object to access x variable. It is taking what? Time. Then what is the right approach here? So I can write something like this. Notice carefully. I am writing E1 place. Can I write directly new example? What E1 representing? E1 representing this new example only. So can I write directly new example? Yes. Samajh mein aaya? Dot new example dot, and now I'm writing what? X. So look at that, E1.x, new example.x, both are same. Here what happened? New example object is created. Another new object is created. It will go into that object, read the x. Here also doing the same, na? Here also going into object, read the x value and substituted. But now the traveling time is more, because first it should go to E1. From E1 it should go to object. Whereas here, it traveling time more or directly going to object. From the object it is taking the value. So this is fast execution compared to this one. Understand? Right. Let me ask you one question. Here I am writing something. Example E2 equal to new example. From this object, I want to read both x and y value. How to write a statement? System dot out dot println of E2 dot x and E2 dot y. Understood? Now I am writing something like this. System dot out dot println of in place of E2 directly I am writing what? New example dot x. Any problem? No. Program compiled successfully, executed, output coming 10. Now I want to read y also. I am writing y. Now tell me, this y is coming from previous object or another new object? It creates another new object. It creates another new object. Why? Because you are using what? New keyword. So tell me, what is the difference between these 3 lines and these 2 lines? Here, new object is created and existing object reused. X and Y values are coming from previous object. Whereas here coming from where? Another new object. Is it clear my point? So when should I use a referenced variable? If you want to reuse an object internal values multiple times, or you want to read all values available in the object, then I should use what? Referenced variable to store the object. Whereas if I want to access the member from the object, only one member from the object, or you want to use the object only one time, then don't use variable. Directly write new example object and access the member. Is it clear now? Right. Before come to this point, I need to cover one more point I forgot here. So look at here. It leads to compile time error. I am commenting. Okay. Then next, look at here. I am writing something like this. String S1 equal to double quotes Hari. Who is this fellow? Dangerous fellow string. Ray, not Hari, danger Ray. Right? I'm talking about what? String. String is a dangerous fellow. Already told you one special point. What? Whenever you take a literal, new object is created or not? How many ways we can create string object? We can create string object in 2 ways. By using new key, literal. Number 2, by using new keyword. Second special point I told you. If I repeat literal second time, new object created or not created? Not created. String objects comes under pooling. Okay. Now, third important special point is there. If you display string object, if you display your class object, what is displayed? Class name @ hash code. If you display string object, class name @ hash code will not be displayed. Directly that object content is displayed. Look at that Hari coming. Why object content is displayed? There is a speciality in the string class. At this stage, you cannot understand. Coming chapters, I will tell you. At this minute, just you accept. What the difference between our class objects and string class object? If you display our class object, its class name @ hash code will be printed. If you display string object, directly its content will be displayed. Then next, I am writing some other variable. S2 equal to double quotes, NIT. Okay, NIT. Now I am writing system dot out, string S3 equal to S1 plus S2. Look at that. I am using string object in calculation. Is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Here written string plus na. In SOPLN you have written string plus no. When you write string plus in SOPLN it is allowed. If I write here not allowed. Allowed here. So that is the fourth special point on the string. What the fourth special point? We can use plus operator between string. Then what happened? S1 content what? Hari. S2 content what? NIT. Both are joined and Hari NIT stored in S3. Look at here. System dot. S1, S2 and S3. Here what will get? NIT. And here what will get? Hari, NIT. Control 1, compile, control. Look at there, no compile time error, no runtime error. Now can I show my talent? String S4 equal to S1 minus S2? No, you cannot subtract Hari Krishna from Naresh 80. Okay. Control 1. Compiler throw error what? Bad operand types to the binary operator minus. Okay. Next. Can you multiply two strings? No. Yes, 5 equal to. So what operator only we can apply? Addition operator. Okay. Yes, division. Allowed? Not allowed. Compiler will throw error. Next. Yes, modulo can I use? No. Okay. You will get compile time error. 4 errors you will get. So now understood I was string related? Okay. Please write down continuation to that program. Here you have completed up here now? Now continuation right. We can perform. We can apply. One second. We can use string objects in calculation, but only for concatenation. It means we can apply plus operator on what? Plus operator on string objects. Here what is the memory diagram? S1 variable is created. String object reference 40, 30, 30. Yeah? What the meaning of plus, sir? First it will take hurry and copy here. So copy and zigzag lena. Ding, 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 ding. Then NIT dun, will come on store. With spacer, without spacer. Adi matter. Understood? Next, we cannot apply other arithmetic operators on string object. We will get compile time error, bad operand types. Bad operand types. Done? Last point on variables topic. Close this. So totally we write the special points on string object. The special points on string object. What is the special point on string object? Number one, we can create string object in two ways. Number one, by using string literal. Creates how many objects? 0 to 1 object. Understand why 0? It creates 0 or 1 object. If this literal already available, 0. If not available, 1. Second, by using new keyword and constructor. You don't know what is the meaning of constructor? You write, I'll explain you later. Then next, creates how many objects? Compulsory 1. 1 or 2 objects. Compulsory 1 object. Ardhasarthi, both are correct. Second point, string objects. String which object? Literal objects. String literal object. Comes under string pooling. What is the meaning of string pooling? Means if we use same literal more than once, only one string object is created. All referenced variables with points to same object. I'm not writing code again, okay? You should visualize string S1, string S2, S1, S2, both are pointing same object. Third one. When we display string object, its content is displayed but not its class name @hashcode. Fourth, we can apply plus operator on string object. It act as it joins both objects content and creates new object with this result. But we cannot apply other So these are the 4 special points working with string. Completed? So will you please practice all today topics? How many points we learned today? First point, we understood the test case program on definition, declaration, initialization, and reading. Second program we have understood on different rules we have to follow while accessing the variable. If you want to access variable for assignment, you have to have declaration. If you want read value, you should have declaration and also value. Then third point we discussed about difference between primitive variable and reference variable and special points on string object. And then we discussed about when to create variable and when should not create variable. Variable creation leads to what? Performance issue. If you keep on buying more number of bags and putting in your home, then your home doesn't have space for you to live. Bag only occupy all the space, right? That's why unnecessarily you should not buy. Necessary, then only buy. Okay? So that tomorrow we will complete it, and tomorrow we are going to enter the second part of this chapter, types of variables. So please read all the points whatever you learn up to now. Okay, thank you. See you all tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed today class. Bye. Online students, any questions? I will explain you tomorrow last program, don't worry. Okay, now last program, variable creation, not creation, I'll explain you again, right? Up to now, the notes I dictated, everything understood? Because if it is static, you can access. If that variable is static, you can. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Default value is 0. If you don't assign any value, what values will be there in object? Default values. కామన్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఎలా ప్రింట్ చేయాలా ట్రై చేయి, బ్రెయిన్ పెట్టి అర్థమైతే. బ్రెయిన్ పెడితే తెలుస్తుంది. నువ్వే ఆలోచించు ఎలా ప్రింట్ చేయాలని. మ్యాథ్సే కదా, అది జావా కాదు, మ్యాథ్స్. ఈ ఏరియాలో కామన్ వాల్యూస్ ఎలా ప్రింట్ చేయాలి, అంతే కదా. అదేంటిది మ్యాథ్స్. ఎలా కంపేర్ చేస్తాం రెండు వాల్యూస్ ని? ఒక్క వాల్యూని ఇంకొక వాల్యూని ఎలా కంపేర్ చేస్తాం మ్యాథ్స్ లో? డబల్ ఈక్వల్ టు, గ్రేటర్ దాన్ అంటే పెద్దది, లెస్ దాన్ అంటే చిన్నది, డబల్ ఈక్వల్ టు అంటే సేమ్. ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ ఏరియాలో ఉన్న వాల్యూ తెచ్చుకోవాలి, సెకండ్ ఏరియాలో ఉన్న వాల్యూ తెచ్చుకోవాలి. ఆ రెండు సేమ్ అయితే ప్రింట్ చేయి, సేమ్ కాకపోతే ప్రింట్ చేయబాక. అంతేగా. ఆలోచించు. డబల్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఆపరేటర్ వాడాలి.